All right. Thank you for joining us on Crypto Nightly. So tonight we have an extra special episode, as always, right? We always have extra special episodes, but we're going to be talking about what's going on with Coinbase and some of the rumors going around right now have some people scared. The price of Bitcoin has been dumping. So we're going to be talking about it. Without further ado, let's kick it off.
What's up?
How we doing, man?
Doing good. Still trying to figure out this computer issue, why I'm glitching and stuff like that. I even reduced the stream quality to 720 and it's still doing it. So it's got to be my computer.
Well, yeah. I stole this computer essentially that I have right now from the place that I used to work. And ironically, today I was talking to a lawyer from that works with the place I used to work. And he's like, so what is your employment status? Just curious, And I was like, well, I was never fired. And a bunch of people got furloughed. But I haven't been paid or worked in like almost a year now. He was like, oh, well, then that means that all the contracts you signed are still in order, so we don't even have to do anything there. I was like, oh, great. Fantastic. Cool.
Oh, there you go. That's good.
Yeah. I said, well, y'all are never getting your computer back. But I do want that
upgrade. I need a new one.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I do. I need a new one. Maybe I'll, you know what I mean? I'll have to try to slide that one in at the end of the 2 months. But I think I'll be able to. So we'll see what happens. Also, I'm going to take a moment to do something here. So I'm going to put you down for this. Big Pay. Look. Big Pay. I'm sorry. Okay. I want to invite you on our show. Last time I messed up the schedule, there was a hurricane going on. I had some personal things going on. I was in the Cayman Islands. I was terrible. The communication on my side was terrible. But look, I'd love to have you on. We had a great time in Vegas. I would love to have a great time on this show talking with you, my friend, Big Pay. All right. Now we can get back to our regular scheduled program. I was thinking about that today, honestly, and it crossed my mind. What's up, Fozzie? Now it's easy because before I was trying to pronounce all the O's, right? And I was listening to Mythical call him Fozzie, and I was like, dude, Fozzie is easy. But Fozzie, you is a little bit tougher. Also. Yeah.
This is going to drive me crazy. Now I got to figure out what to do with this computer. I haven't made bull market gains. I don't want to spend $2,000 on a new desktop, especially after I just upgraded the power supply, upgraded the freaking graphics card, upgraded the memory. I guess if there's somebody in here, maybe upgrading the CPU is the next step. I don't know how to do that. I mean, I know how to do that. I don't know how to check to see which one's compatible.
It's a desktop, though?
Yeah. It's a Asus, one of them ROG Strix, something.
I think you should ask Harry Man back. He's a computer guy. He'll know.
Okay. Or should I just fully capitulate
and just go buy something new?
We'll go with Mac.
Well, do you have a laptop right now?
I do have a laptop also.
Well, are you using a desktop computer?
I am using my desktop. Yes, my desktop is set up in the studio right here.
Okay, so if you have your desktop, you should be able to upgrade whatever it is.
Right.
But computers are throwaway. You have to get rid of them.
Well, I've already upgraded a bunch of stuff. So
Yeah.
I think the
I'm saying you
next
still
step,
can. Yeah.
I think the next step is the CPU. But I need to figure out the motherboard and figure out what's compatible.
Mythical's another person that would know. Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also probably Moose Knuckle, to be honest. What's up, Third Patriot?
Probably anybody other than myself.
Hey, I have no freaking clue. I am lost on all that stuff. I mean, like, the other computer I have is literally like 8 years old, which in computer time is like 35 years.
Right.
And that's crazy to me. This is my newest one, and it's like 4 years old.
I think my laptop is more powerful than my desktop. This one's like 2 or 3 years old, but I think it's because of everything I got connected to it. I got all the monitors, and then I got a bunch of tabs open, and I think in the camera. So I just think I think when I upgraded, because it had 32 gigs of RAM, and now I got 64 gigs. It had like one of those the cheap GeForce graphics cards, like whatever, the 1700 or something like that, or 16, whatever it was. And I upgraded to the RTX 3060. So I had to upgrade the power supply. So I think that maybe the CPU is not good enough for the actual AMD, whatever. I think it's a Ryzen 5 or 7.
Patriot. Okay, so he just heard me stealing my computer. No, I did not steal my computer from Starbucks. Starbucks never gave me a computer, but I did fully steal this computer from a job that I used to work at in the corporate world that I technically never got fired from, right? So there was
how could you steal it if you never got fired?
I mean, you're right. I guess, whatever. I just wasn't going to give it back if they asked for it anyway, so I stole it premeditatively, right? It was premeditatively stolen. But yeah, man. Dude, I'm actually really, really excited for this trip. So I'm going on Thursday, and the first thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to arrive on Thursday. And there is the National Cancer Institute of Colombia in Bogota. And so I'm going to go there, and basically I'm going to be like an actor playing basically undercover boss. So I'm showing up and I'm going to be like, hey, so you guys have that machine over there, right? The Mobotron, right? And then they're going to be like, well, yeah, it's over here. And I'll be like, well, let me see it because I actually work for the company. Gotcha. And then I'm going to talk to all the people, right?
I thought you were going to Medellin.
Yeah, that too. That's going to be right after that, but I have to make this little stop first.
Oh, literally for the company, they want you to stop there.
Well, like it's like there were previously some stuff, so I'm just going to check it out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I want to see it.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it happens to be the same. I'm going to stop by and be like, hey.
Eventually, I'll get my passport. I did get I got my photos, right?
Yep.
They are in my clipboard in my work van. They haven't even made it to the kitchen island yet.
Well, the new passports are super cool. Honestly, I'm really excited about it. So I'll have my passport until 2034, which is awesome.
What?
Yeah.
Passports are that long?
Yeah.
10 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
34, 10 years.
That's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, I heard 20. But anyways, yeah.
No.
So that's what's going on. It's going to be great. I'm excited. And then when you come to Colombia.
I'm not going to Colombia.
Dude, when you come to Colombia.
I'm not going to Colombia.
All I'm saying is just do a little research. They're going to love your bald head, my dude.
I'm sure they are. I'm not going to Colombia. I'm thinking more of a meetup in Costa Rica.
Costa Rica, I'm down. And that would be
Yeah.
cool, especially since Mr. Ultimate might be there, or I guess,
Yep.
well, Ultimate, Ultimate. I don't know.
Mr. Ultimate.
He introduced himself as Mr. Ultimate, so I was like,
Right.
Mr. Ultimate came to mind. Also, I'm going to be doing something with a space tomorrow for a Risk, so you guys come support. JPEG Empire is going to be there. It's going to be cool. And yeah, beyond that, I don't know what else is new. The president of the United States got attemptedly removed from the ballot for the second time.
Right.
I just want to make sure we don't hit any of the, the protections.
Somebody tried to unalive him again. I think that's what most people on YouTube say, unalive.
Yeah, and the funny thing, well, I guess not the funny thing, but it's like one of the things about it was that usually his golf trips are scheduled, and this one was like impromptu or on a secret schedule. So it was like, what are the chances?
So, dude,
day outside. I'm just a hankering for golf. I'm gonna just slip away.
It was at Trump International, and he golfs like a lot. So I mean, it's a pretty good.
I think it's like 3 to 4.
If you go there multiple days in a row, you're probably gonna run into him.
I think they said 3 to 4 times a week.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
You would think he was good, though. You would think he was good.
Right.
Maybe he is. Maybe he is, but we don't see him.
Playing. I don't know.
We don't. Where'd you hear that from? Did he tell you that?
I've heard it from people that have played with him.
Okay.
I've seen video of him hitting, and then obviously he says he's the greatest. I'm the greatest golfer. I'm the greatest that ever is.
I'm sure he is.
And my earbud went dead for some reason. Hold on a second.
Oh, we love that. Well, so you can't hear me now.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay,
It's just coming out of my speakers now for some reason.
That golf is not about golf. It's all about contacts. You're right.
Well, actually, it's coming out of the. It's not even coming out of the right speakers.
Oh, interesting.
There we go.
No, yeah, golf is about the contacts, but I have a whole set of golf clubs. I need to start doing that, to be honest. I think Moose Knuckle said that he likes to golf or something. Third Patriot might have said something about golf too.
I played a little golf when I was a kid. That's because I grew up in the middle of the desert, and the only thing out there were 2 golf courses. It was easier to go golfing than it was trying to get a ride into town to go to the movies or something.
Yeah. And then beyond that, I'm going to put this, well, I'm not even going to put that out there, but I spoke to Commander. They're really busy over there at Angel Finance. They're working out all the kinks, updating the whole platform. And as we know, development is never fast. And so,
Right.
they're
So
really
is it down right now?
No, it's not down. They've just they had to do some stuff with the lending and borrowing. So like the loans wouldn't like elapse because some people were having problems like claiming it. Some people were having problems for closing them. So they kind of like made a grace period. But now a lot of the things have been worked out. And so everything is getting better.
So are there NFTs and coins still locked in contracts?
I believe some of them, but they're significantly less. There was like a period of time when they were like switching something over. And then so like some of that was in limbo temporarily, but it's all in limbo. Like it's all getting worked out. Yeah. See, claimed all his today, right? All happy.
Sure.
So that's what I'm saying. A lot of people are happy. There's some people that you can never make happy. It just is what it is.
Right.
Some people
Speaking
are like
Angel, we got our payout for our Empire Angel, and it was over 200.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact amount. Let me see here. I can check real quick the exact amount, but I know it was over 200.
Yeah, that's big. I mean, like everything there is going well. It's unfortunate that it needs a whole lot of upgrades, but they have a
210
dev team. 210. They have an amazing dev team. a lot of different projects came together to help them work out all the kinks. And so I think that Levy is going to be better than ever. Plus, the Solana thing, I just see so much more value coming out of it in the long term.
Oh, yeah. Imagine once Levy goes to Solana and they start raking in that revenue, and that revenue goes back to angel holders. That's going to be big.
It's going to be massive.
Yeah.
It's going to be so massive. So, I mean, I'm bullish. I'm excited about what they have going on. I'm sorry that they have to go through it. You know what I mean? But it is what happens. And growing pains, and then you get even, stronger and better. You grow up big. We love Commander. We love the whole team over there at Angel Finance. So it is what it is. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out the Market Watch.
Before that,
yes,
obviously, let's reset the room. Everybody, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you're on Twitter, tag some DGens, give us a repost. If you are on YouTube, like, subscribe, share this with a friend. If everybody would share, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff that you know what to do, we would have more viewers. Don't forget to check out our official merch store, jpegempire.shop, down in the description. Also, our analytics platform, tokenempire.xyz, which is also in the description. There is a free version for everybody. It's in beta right now. But if you own a JPEG Boss, you do get full access to the pro version for life. Okay, the pro version, you can set alerts. You can get SMS messages, which is almost done. We're just waiting for the official authorization from AWS on that. Everything's sent through. We're waiting for that official authorization from AWS. But even right now, you can still get push notifications. You can get email notifications. You can get all that good stuff. Set alerts, track favorites. Trading View is integrated, just like Tap Tools. You know what I mean? Check all your CNTs. You can chart. You can do all that good stuff. Check it out. JPEG bosses are still minting. 99 ADA, that is also in the description below. Or you can go to our Twitter at JPEG Empire. It is in the pinned tweet. Click on the link, mint you a boss, utility for life.
Yeah,
all right.
$35 right now.
What's that?
I think it's like $35 right now, 99 ADA. Pretty close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is where we are at on that. Still a lot of partner traits to be minted. You guys heard me talk about, we got a 210 angel payout today. That goes back to all of our bosses with that angel wing background. So
and there's still like 25.
We have, go ahead.
I think there's still like 25.
Yeah, only 7 or 8 have been minted.
Yep.
So just saying, if we were to pay it out right now with the 7 that have been minted, they would each get 30. Last month they got 100 each because we built it up for a couple months before we paid it out. So
I'm curious to know if Third Patriot is saying that he's good right now. Like he's a secret professional golf player. Or if he literally means like he could hurt somebody.
No, he says he's dangerous. Don't want to. He's slicing into the food court and everything like that.
What's up, Crypto King? Shout out to Crypto King, man. All right. So without further ado, here we go. You better be ready, Desert.
I'm ready.
All right.
Are you ready?
Sure? Are you positive? All right.
Boom. See? Told you.
There we
ready.
are.
All right. Let's get the freshest info here. We are down 2.5% today, still above 2 trillion at 2.104. We have normal volume at about 80 billion. Bitcoin dominance coming in at 54.2, about the same as last week. Ethereum dominance dropping down to 13%. and 2.038412477 Gwei to send an ETH transaction. Let's go down here to Bitcoin. Bitcoin coming in at 57,820, down 1.5% on the day. Ethereum coming in at 2270, down 1.1. BNB at 530, down 3.5. Solana flat at 130. We got XRP at 58 cents, up 2.7 on the day. We got Dogecoin back under a dime, down 2.9%. Toncoin coming in at 545, down 1.2%. And Tron coming in just under 15 cents, up 0.5%. And Cardano back under 33 cents, down 1.7%. Let's take a look at the biggest losers or the biggest gainers. Black Angus FTW skyrockets into number 66, up 293% today. I have no clue what that is. Coming in at $1.2 billion market cap. There's something fishy here. That's crazy. Fully diluted Black Angus.
It's got to be a meme coin, right?
This is. I don't know. With a $1.2 billion market cap, I don't know why it's coming in at 66. So it's only had $11 million in trading. So some ridiculously overvaluated. I have no idea.
Go to the website.
Huh?
Go to the website.
And the stream crashes.
Actually,
milestone unlocked. Black Angus token. The ultimate fusion of memes, decentralized finance, and groundbreaking financial solutions. It isn't just another meme token. Well, I bet it is. Either way, I have no idea what this is.
We do not condone Black Angus. We do not condone it.
Very careful. Look at that.
The first time we heard of it.
1.2 billion market cap. It's got 7 decimal points. So be careful.
Don't do it.
All right. I'm not saying you can't make money on it because I have no clue what it is. Just be careful. All right. Back to reality here. Phantom is up 3.4%. Tokenized exchange, I don't even know what exchange that is up 3.3%. BitTorrent up 2.7%. XRP up 2.4%. And that's it. Look at that. Wow. Only about 5 tokens above 1%. Biggest losers. We have Psy down 9.2%. We got Nervos Network down 9.1%. BitTensor down 5.2. What's that?
Are you bullish on Psy?
I had some. I don't own any anymore. So
I'm like not particularly bullish on it because I feel like the tokenomics were bad, but it's a like a file storage play.
Psy is a file storage? I thought it was layer 1.
I think so. I could be wrong. But I think so. Unless I'm thinking of C. Parallel blockchain.
Parallel blockchain, pushing boundaries of blockchain technology through open source development. Psy stands to unlock a brand new design space for consumer-facing applications.
Got it. So not right.
Yeah.
Cool though.
Fifth. What's that? Fifth. Coinbase. I mean, it's got the freaking investors. You know, it's got Circle. It's got Delphi, Coinbase. It's got Pith. It's got Jump. You know what I mean? I don't know what this is.
In it. Multi-coin. It's another.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
One of them. Yeah, I know a little bit about that one. Interesting.
So BitTensor down 5.2. ASI on a nice little retracement down 5%. Hit $1.39 this weekend. I'm just saying. SWE coming in at 103. I love SWE. I've been making a killing off it the past few days. It is just bouncing between 101, 109, 101, and it's just ranging right in that area. Beautiful, beautiful coin to trade right now. Polkadot down 4.6, Helium down 4.6. A lot of losers today. Let's look at the stock market. So we're a little mixed on the stock market. Dow Jones up 0.5%. S&P basically flat, up 0.3. NASDAQ down 0.5. Russell K up 0.3. The VIX back over 17, up 3.5%. Pre-market is flat to bearish, 0.1, 0.14, 0.12, and oil's up. So kind of flat. We're kind of in every market is just like breathing right now. I wouldn't even say breathing. Everything is holding its breath right now, waiting for Wednesday. Waiting for and we will definitely be covering what happens Wednesday night. Asia, we got the Australian index up 0.28. We got the Nikkei down 1% and Shanghai down 0.5%. So Asia coming in mixed. Let's go to Bitcoin. First, let's go out here. Let's take a look at the month. The month has turned red again. So remember, we were talking about this the other day, last week. As long as we close September under 58,946, it'll be a red September. So even though we're almost at 58,000, we can still have a red September. So we can still be nice and bullish, but have a red September. Beautiful green candle on the weekly close right here. Looking awesome. We actually had a green dot down here at one point in time. And then today it just started falling. So that's why the green dot disappeared. We're getting a little bit of a red candle. It can turn. Like I said, we're just breathing or holding our breath before Wednesday to see what Powell is going to do. Let's go back to the daily. You can see it kind of reflects on the daily. We got 4 red candles. Money flow going down, VWAP going down, momentum going down, everything pointing to the downside, bouncing off the 21. Can it hold? If not, I got orders set down here at 55, just to be clear. I have a nice high leverage long set down there at about 55. Just kind of hoping I get a wick. That's all you got to do. You just go wick down there and pick me up. It'll be okay. You know what I mean? Just come pick up Desert and, let me make some money and everything will be all right.
Take him on the rocket.
You know what I mean? So do have some orders set down there. Let's look at the 4 hour, see what we're doing. 4 hour. Okay. Money flow went up and it's flat, but we got the VWAP coming up. And I bet on the next candle, we start to get a nice little clip right here. Overnight, we could get a green dot on this. That would be nice. A little mixed. We do have a red candle on the 4 hour. But like I said, money flow hasn't turned down and VWAP is going up. So we did fall back below the 200. That is bearish. So we did this over the weekend. You can see we broke through it here on Friday. Beautiful candle. When we were streaming Friday, we talked about this. Got up there, could come down for the retest, fell right back through. So are we going to just roll over and go back up? Or is it going to be like a hit your head, collapse more, come up, and then finally break through? That is yet to be determined. Let's come down here. 2 hour, So the 200 still holding on the 2 hour. Little bearish cross. We got the 21 just starting to break back through. It broke through the 50. Next target's the 80 or the 100, the 150, and then the 200. We're red on the money flow. VWAP coming down a little bit. We do got that double green dot. We could just see something like this on the 2 hour. It starts to go back up. Then from that, we get that green dot over here on the 4 hour, and we start to turn back up a little bit going into Wednesday. So either way, it's just kind of a holding pattern. I did do a little bit of trading today, but it was tough. Not knowing where everything's going to go and not having the time to actually look at everything. I was going to sell some FET when it hit up here, and then I realized that I put all my FET in cold storage. And I just being lazy, I didn't want to break out the ledger and everything. So I just like, nah, we'll just ride it. I'll just add to it. So remember, we broke out of this overall downtrend on the daily. We're coming back down to touch the 21 right now. Hopefully we can hold in this area. We do got that big red dot. Little bit of bearish divergence here on the daily for FET. If you are in FET, I think your time to take profits has already passed. Not to say that you couldn't sell and take some profits right now and buy in at a lower price. I just think that the biggest opportunity is already passed. The biggest opportunity would have been noticing this bullish div or this bearish div right here, and then unloading some of your bags, right in here, right in the 130s, because we are already back down to $1.24. So go down to the 4 hour. 4 hour, kind of like on Bitcoin. Looks like momentum is getting ready to clip. VWAP's a little flat. Money flow still in the green, still looking good. 21's rolling over. You got the 50 coming up. Hopefully we don't get this bearish cross. Maybe we can turn and start going back up. 1 hour, we did just lose the 200 on the 1 hour. It looked like we bounced and then we broke through all the way through. So that leads me to believe that we could come all the way down here to the 200 on the 4 hour, which is about $1.13 right now. We might hit it right about here, about $1.17 or something like that. That is quite the possibility. So I would be looking for that. Let's pull. Let's see here. So we're still at the 382. We're still kind of good right there. Looks like we're approaching the 50 or the 0.5. I could see it coming down here and retesting this golden pocket. See that 200? Watch that 200 kind of go like this right up here into the golden pocket, and then watch these candles kind of dunk, 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 and meet right here at about the golden pocket or something like that. Definitely a possibility. I would keep my eye on FET, especially if you are bullish as I am and you're packing your bags for the long term. Keep your eye on FET, get ready to accumulate. And as a matter of fact, we just dropped an ASI video on Sunday. Go to the description, it's there. It's only about 4.5 minutes long, breaks down the use case of ASI, the founders, their thesis. Are there ties to BlackRock? I don't know. You might have to watch the video to find that out. I'm just saying. And in that video, there is a link to one of our live streams where we talk about ASI, but that was with the token migration and everything like that. It's a little in the past, but if you want to know about the token migration, That is also at the end of the ASI video that we dropped on Sunday. So this Sunday, I haven't decided yet. I might do mantra for this Sunday.
I think that'd be good.
I've been looking into it. I started to get a script going, but I also have a World Mobile token.
Ooh.
And maybe an IAG script
Ooh.
also. A lot of scripts, only so much time to record and put these things out and edit. Editing is the biggest thing. So definitely keep your eye on FET. Go down to the hour. All these, you can see all these green dots have turned red. And if you look at that, so in the past hour, when Bitcoin had its little dump, seems like the whole market dumped a little bit. 1.5% candle on FET in the past hour. So definitely something to look at. Hopefully my SWI did not get stopped out. Let's see here. Let me see if I got stopped out. What is that candle? A low of 101.79. Okay, my SWI trade got stopped out. Oh, well. So let's look at SWI. Another one we are very bullish on. As you can see, lots and lots of numbers on SWI. So we are bouncing our head off the 200 for SWI on the daily. So hopefully we don't keep getting rejected. We're down here at the 101 mark, this 101.55, this resistance level right here. If we lose that, we are probably coming back down to the rim of this cup and handle at about 97. Hopefully we can get a bounce off this. We're at 103, so it looks like we're trying to bounce off of this and then maybe take another run at the 200. Problem is if Papa Bitcoin is bearish, so are the altcoins. We're starting to get a red dot on top of the momentum wave, which is not good. Let's go out. Span though. Money flow is in the green, but flat. VWAP's coming down. Looks like the money flow might be rolling over right here. And we have a red dot at the top. So as a matter of fact, do I have an alarm set on that? I do now. So if we breach this 101 right here, if we breach this and my alarm goes off, I will probably be opening a short, looking for a short with a target level down here to about 96 cents, which would be about 4.69. Throw a little 8 to 10 leverage on that. You know, you're talking 32, 35 to 46% gains right there. So look at that. Let's go down here to the 2 hour. 2 hours where we have this cup and handle drawn. And you can see, so we drew this last week or the week before. This cup, this handle came down. We broke the rim. We took off. Our target was up here at about 119. We hit 114 and some change. We hit 114.02. So we got close. We didn't quite hit the thing, but that's why you take first and you take a first take profit, X amount into your trade, and then you let the rest ride, move your stop loss up. Can't lose that way. So, but played out beautifully. We thought it was going to break on this one. It didn't break. It fell back into this pattern. You can see I have this line drawn here, and we bounced. We respected that and bounced off it. So today I was playing with this down on the 15. I was shorting SWI this morning. So we had this trend line right here. Touch, 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 all the way back here. So I drew this trend line, put an alarm on it. As soon as we broke it, my alarm went off. I opened my trade for a short. Boom, shorted it all the way down. missed the bounce, tried to get in later, and then obviously you can see I told you I got stopped out right there on the second run. So minimize losses, maximize gains. That's all you got to do. Proper risk management, believe in your TA, and just follow the setup. But we all want to know, what is Cardano doing? Let's go back out to the daily. Let's go scroll out. Come on. Whoops. Got so much data on there. The auto doesn't want to work. Okay, so we're out here on the daily. You know, we broke out of this trend right here, this downtrend. We broke, we fell back in it, we broke again. We do have the red dot on the momentum, the money flow going to the downside, VWAP going to the downside. And it looks like we just ticked a little lower. So we're not, you know, that's best case scenario right there. That brings us out to like freaking October. We were only in the green for a minute, but it did give us a nice, right here, we were only in the green for a minute, but we got that nice, beautiful spike up to 39. And then we just been collapsing. We're getting like a dead cat bounce right here. But when it comes to Cardano right now, if we look at this, so we're taking from the local low to the local high, pull our fib, boom, we're right inside that golden pocket right there. If you look up, today's candle brought us right down to it, wicked a little bit below, bounced back inside, and the new candle is sitting right inside that golden pocket. Good accumulation zone. And if we pull our fib extension, which would be from this low right here to this high, and we get that target of 1.618, that brings us right to our resistance at 42.74. So I see 42.74 in the future, in the near future, maybe mid-October, something like that. I would say we are at about 42, 43. Might not make it all the way up. You know what I mean? We could come up to this value area high, which is at 41.45. But once this FOMC goes through and we have, you know, we get a decision, 25, 50, 75, whatever it may be. Once that goes through and the volatility ends, we'll have a nice path. We'll be going into the election. The next FOMC is like the day after the election. I think it's the 19th, or it's either the day after the election or a couple days before, one of the two. It's not in a position to affect the election. Let's put it that way. So I think if they're going to make a statement, it's got to be with this one. Everybody's expecting 0.25. Polls have now gone from a 2% chance to a 59% chance. So say the so-called experts of a 50 bip cut. So that we'll see. Let's go down to the 4-hour real quick. Checking the 4-hour. We are getting that double green dot on market cipher B. It looks like we have money flow creeping back into the green right here. Just the tip into the green. VWAP going back up. Double green dot on the momentum coming back up.
Dude, so I wish we had Viva tomorrow to ask him what he thinks the outcome's going to be.
All right.
That would have been great.
I'm still shit. Tom Crown has been saying nothing until 2025. I was watching Tom Crown earlier today. He said 2025. He made that statement quite a while ago, and I don't know if he's wavering. I don't know if he really believes it, and he's just sticking with what he said. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is what I said. But he was even talking about the 0.75 and the 0.5 and what would happen and stuff like that today. I only got to catch a little bit of it, and then I had to go. But I did hear him say that he wasn't expecting rate cuts until 2025. So
that's interesting. You heard that today. Because we're
What's
talking
that?
about maybe it'll be a 7.5, right?
Yeah, you know
Some
what I mean.
people are talking
The
about a
senators
7.5.
and everything like that. So, but I would keep my eye out. I mean, beautiful. You know, for all the Cardano people out there, it is a beautiful place to pick up some Cardano. 1 hour looking good. Look at this, almost in kind of an Adam and Eve double bottom right here. So we get this, we get a spike, we get a parallel drop with a rounded bottom. So that could be like an Adam and Eve double bottom. Rounded bottoms pay the bills. You know, just imagine if that was flipped. Invert scale. So if you guys seen this, so if you've seen this as the chart, we went up, we topped, we came back down, and now we're going up and we're rounding. What would you think? You would think we're going to start coming back down, right? Well, just take that mindset, invert it. We came down, we stopped, we had a little relief, and now we're starting rounding the bottom. So what would you think? You know, we're going to start coming back up right out of this golden pocket. Beautiful little play right in here. And I could see us start to move back up. We got to get above this 21. Momentum's going up. 1 hour is probably the most bullish out of all of these because we are getting a rounding up of the money flow. We have the green dot. We got the VWAP up. We got the momentum up. And we have this rounding bottom right here. So the 1 hour is probably the most bullish chart on Cardano right now. So other than that, that's about it. I don't want to take up too much time. I mean, we could go into charts for hours and we're not going to do that. So let's get out of that. Let's get out of that. And let's go back to here.
All right.
So what do you think?
I mean, I think if we did get a 7.5, that would be crazy. And the market will react very violently because it was not expected. And uncertainty is what the market doesn't like. However, I believe we're probably just going to get the 50 basis points that we all thought we were getting. So
I think we get 0.5 and we see a violent explosion that day. And then maybe it resets a little bit. I think it's so ingrained in everybody that if we get a 0.5, it's just going to be like, meh, okay, rates are cut. We might get a little pump and then we'll get that like post rate cut dip for a few days. And then maybe we might even be the point we wick down and pick me up at 55, you know, and then we start to trend back up. Right before the end of the month, we close 58.5, 58.9, get that red September, October kicks in, boom, Q4, let's go, baby. You know what I mean?
And then we start cooking up.
Then we start cooking, you know?
All right.
But if we get that 0.5, they could just, you know, screw a red September and boom to the moon, or they bang the close at the end of September. I don't like going off of monthly statistical things like, you know, well, the past 3 years we've had because Bitcoin is kind of like cyclical, you know what I mean? But it's like every September has been red except for like 2. So when you got that kind of statistic, you know, and I think last year was like the only year it was green in like a long time.
Do you ever put any weight on
I'm listening.
The star positions or astrology? Does astrology
I don't
play any role in your TA?
I don't. You're talking about like the moon phases and stuff like that.
Yeah, Mercury's
there's a moon
in
phase indicator. There's a moon phase indicator on TradingView.
Well, apparently, like there are some like consistencies with certain large time phases, which is crazy to me because I don't believe in that witchcraft. But
I don't disbelieve. Do I think it's a spiritual thing per se, like pushing one way or the other? I don't know, but I believe in the power of the masses. I don't want to call it a psychosis. That's not what I mean. I just lack the vocabulary. But the power of the mass belief in it can affect it.
So it's like it self manifests it, like because so many
right.
believe that it could be a thing.
So if everybody thinks a specific way, or everybody has, okay, you can attribute it to the rate cuts. So if everybody manifests that X is going to happen when Y happens, and then Y happens, and all of a sudden X happens, it's like, oh, see, look, Y caused X to happen. It's like that's not the truth of it. The truth of it is the masses expected X to happen if Y happened. So when Y happened, they created X to happen. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. If that makes sense. So I can see it, hey, some crazy ish go down on a full moon, bro. You know what I mean? But is that because of the full moon? Or is that because in the belief that some crazy ish go down on a full moon, which causes people to act that way?
Yeah.
I mean, causation is not necessarily correlation. I'll say that.
Yep. I'm with that. I agree there. I definitely agree there.
But trading is a psychology. The charts are a psychology. It's mapping the psychology of somebody's belief in a inanimate object or in a stock. You know what I mean? So that's why we use bullish, bearish, hawkish, dovish, because it's a feeling, it's a psychology. So yeah, I guess I would believe in it. You know what I mean?
Yep. I am gonna share this article. This is kind of like, something we already know a little bit, but I wanted to bring it up. I usually don't like the Cointelegraph articles, but we're gonna read this one a little bit. So, ex-SEC officials to speak at hearing on politicized approach to crypto. And then so U.S. House lawmakers will hear from a former SEC commissioner and crypto industry leaders and their dazed and confused digital assets hearing on September 18th. Right? So
I just want to chime in. Dazed and Confused, greatest movie ever made. It is probably my number one favorite movie.
It is a good one. All right. He's like, do you have a joint? And then the guy's like, no. And he's like, well, it'd be cooler if you did.
Be a lot cooler if you did, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So 2 former staff members from the United States SEC Commission will testify on September 18th hearing on the politicization of crypto regulation. In September 13th notice, the U.S. House Subcommittee on Digital Assets, Financial Technology, and Inclusion said they would hold a hearing titled Dazed and Confused, breaking down the SEC's politicized approach to digital assets. The witnesses at the September 18th hearing will include former SEC Commissioner Dan Gallagher and Michael Liftick, who worked as an attorney, senior advisor, or acting enforcement chief during his roughly 10-year commission, 10 years at the commission. The subcommittee leadership claimed that SEC Gary Gensler had prioritized and pursued an enforcement and regulatory agenda to the detriment of digital assets ecosystem during his time at the commission. They cited inconsistencies with Gensler's position on digital asset securities under the Howey test and disagreements among commissioners. And we already know this, right? Yeah. I can't imagine that we actually see this whole hearing and then it doesn't turn out that they decide that he has been treating this terribly, because we all know he has, right? We all know he has. And so,
yeah, we've all seen his videos on Algorand and Bitcoin at MIT and everything like that. And then they're totally opposites. They're polar opposites of his direction when it comes to crypto.
yeah, and I only invested in Algorand because Gary Gensler at MIT told me to. So I just want everybody to know that any losses that I might have are specifically his fault.
So is this why you brought it up?
That's not why I brought it up, but that's hilarious that that's a real thing. I would not have ever known. But I mean, I believe it. I believe it's probably real.
So we're going to have a super moon and an eclipse? Okay. So if I'm not mistaken, the super moon is like just a very bright full moon. I'm not entirely sure how that works. I should have left TradingView up. I could have brought up the moon phases. And you can see it does correlate on the chart. It does correlate on the charts. It's literally a free indicator on TradingView. I don't know if it's called moon phases. Huh?
That's crazy. That's crazy to imagine. You know, that's like Mercury in retrograde. It means you're going to go through some volatility, you know? I don't know.
Let's see here.
Volatility incoming.
Let me see if I can find it before I attempt to bring it up. Oh, yeah, there's quite a wow. Here, let me show this real quick. So look at all these moon phases. There's even paid indicators: Moonraker, Moon Trader, Moon and Crash Support. Look at all these that start with moon. So definitely a thing. 3 golden by, well, that's Moon Alert, you know. But let's bring up moon phases. Let's shut off everything else. And look at that. So here's the phases. So I believe blue is full moon. And this is, let's see here. Okay. So yeah, new moon is above bar. Full moon is below bar. Background color, visibility, inputs. Here we go. Waxing moon is blue and the waning moon is white. Okay. So, I mean, look, you know, I don't know, bro. Boom. Top of that that market right there.
The blue ones seem
to
be at the
top of that market. Boom. Top of that market. This one was off just a touch, but it was going into it. And this one is off just a touch. Just a touch off the bottom. Just a touch. So it doesn't look like the waning moon hits too often, but look at that. 1, 2, 3. That's a top signal. 4. That's a dump. But it looks like it was already dumping and then it dumped. Boom. Right in the middle of a dump. So, hey, bro. I mean, there you go. There is something to it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
You're the one that brought it up, bro. Now you don't believe it?
I mean, you know, it's just something people believe. I get it. But it is interesting how it does correlate a lot of times with the dumps. That's
right.
pretty interesting.
You know what I mean? There was a chick that was always on BitBoy that was into that.
I know.
Marin, what's her name? She's a big crypto chick. What is her name? It's something Marin.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Either way. All right, what else you got?
I will tell you that there was a period of time when I was like, I'm gonna follow this content because maybe it's interesting to me. And then I was surprised at how little it wasn't. Like how how much I didn't enjoy seeing it.
Because it's a lifestyle. It's a you have
No,
to
but
connect.
it was beyond that. I just don't really care about like plastic surgery on my face and stuff in different places either.
Okay.
And I don't care to like I just want my crypto. I just want some man or some woman looking at charts and talking about things happening in crypto. Crypto Wendio, love her. You know what I mean?
Right.
Makes political commentary sometimes. I agree with it. It's okay. You know?
Right.
But
yeah.
Another one.
I don't want you to put your others. There's one person that we've talked about in the past. Awesome TA guy. Seems like an awesome kid. But he pushes. Yeah, I'm not even going to go into it because I don't want it. Everybody will know who I'm talking about. I just couldn't watch him anymore. He just pushes too much of his own subset of belief. Yeah.
You know
what I mean? I just couldn't do it. I don't want to hear about that. I want to hear about crypto.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like
now, if it related to that subject, that's cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? If okay, I'm going to quit talking about it because everybody will know who I'm talking about it. And he seems like a very nice person and a very genuine person. And I don't want to talk smack about him or anything like that. That's not my intent here. My intent was I don't agree with it, so I can't watch it. You know what I mean?
That's fair. That's fair. All right. So look, I don't really have too much else. You want to cut it short? What's going on? What are you thinking? What else do you? We're not going to
cut a Monday stream short, bro.
Oh, okay.
Let's go to. I have a couple of bookmarks, I think, on X.
All right. I trust you.
What's that? So yeah, here's the Kobayashi letter. So the odds of a 50 basis point interest rate cut this week have gone from 2 to 59% in a matter of hours, but there was no new material economic data or guidance from the Fed. A 25 base point rate cut was the expectation until a few hours ago. So what happened? It all started after the Wall Street Journal published the headline below early Sunday morning, 5:30 a.m. This article effectively said that the Fed's short-term target rate of 5.25 to 5.5 is too high. This is the highest Fed fund rate since 2001. The article suggests inflation is declining with the CPI of 2.5, suggests a gap between core CPI and the Fed's 2% is largely lagged effects of housing and auto inflation. And I can agree with the housing inflation. Some of these prices are freaking ridiculous. Unemployment rate dropped. So he goes through it right here. So he must be talking about the prediction market right here. That's from the 13th. Oh, I guess I didn't have any other bookmarks. But we had the letter from, I know you brought this up earlier. We had the letter from Senator Warren and some other senators calling for a 0.75. The thing is that, yeah, they're doing it. People are making news out of it. But she's like written a letter every FOMC meeting this month or this year calling. I'm not necessarily calling for 0.75, but calling for rate cuts. You know what I mean? And why wouldn't she? She's a freaking banking broad. You know what I mean? You know, so, you know, her people are like, get these rates cut now.
And she's like, you know, you guys are my top 5 donors, so might as well do whatever you ask me to do. And then I'm still going to pretend like I'm going after you and I'm tough on you on television. Yeah, I hate it. Can't stand it.
Don't we have local tops at new moons and bottoms at full moons?
I
think that's what it showed here.
Yeah, but the bottoms weren't necessarily. Yeah, she was all into astrology, but I just couldn't do all the commentary about plastic surgery. It's just not.
So a waxing moon is a full moon, right? And a waning is that accurate? or waxing is a new moon, and a full is oh, I'm not showing it. My bad. So these are the colors right here, waxing and waning. So blue and white. So we definitely have waxing at the peaks. Right here's one, right here's one, right here's one. These ones are a little off. But as you guys seen, there was freaking a bunch of things here. Okay, let's look at Lux Algo. This looks like a free one from Lux Algo. Wow, what the hell is that? Okay, that's some kind of oscillator. Moon phases strategy. So Lux Algo has a whole strategy on the moon phases. Wow. Let's lower that right there. That is crazy. And look, it lines right up. Close entries, order long. So close your long right here. Right here. It's hard to read some of these though. Close your short. Right here. Well, I close entries, order short. That I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know exactly how this indicator works, but we're going to get rid of that. We can back test it.
I mean, it definitely does look like the waxing moons definitely are almost always a top. You know what I mean?
I mean, on the weekly, look, top right there in the center, it went down. Top. Some of them weren't.
Do you think AI trading bots would also pick up on that pattern specifically, like without necessarily knowing it?
Do what?
You think that AI run trading bots would like inadvertently pick up on that pattern? Like,
well, yeah, because it's an indicator.
Yeah,
you don't need an AI bot for that.
No, I know, but I'm saying that like
you just set the bot. You just set the bot to trade that indicator.
No, I know what you're saying. I'm saying that like the bots that are trading for people, they may pick up on patterns. Do you think that they would just like naturally pick up on the like moon phase patterns, like play into that pattern because it's it's pretty, consistent?
Well,
like
you would have to,
right? Like Aladdin from
Aladdin. Who friggin' knows how sophisticated Aladdin is? But it's only going to pick up on the data that you enter into it. You know what I mean? It's only going to pick up the patterns that you input into it. Because even though it's an AI, it's not like, hey, here's a chart. What's going to happen?
You got to tell it beyond its scope, right?
Right. Yeah. It's got to be within its scope. So if you say, I mean, not a programmer, not a technical guy, but I would imagine like if you input into the AI, hey, take every indicator that TradingView offers into consideration when building your model pattern, then yeah, of course it would take in the moon phases because that's an indicator within TradingView. You have to tell it what to look for. It's like anything. It's not sentient, so it's not going to know. You can't just say, hey, analyze this market for me. Well, it's going to be like, well, how do you want me to analyze it? Do you want me to say, oh yeah, look, it's got pretty green and pretty red candles. It's got a black background. It's got this, it's got that. You know what I mean? Or am I looking at technicals, or am I looking at, you have to still be pretty precise with your wording, I guess. I would imagine, that's my take on it.
See, now I am freezing. I don't know why.
Huh?
I said now I'm freezing.
Yeah, I don't know. You got a bunch of tabs open?
Well, I closed Tap Tools. That did it.
Yeah.
That fixed it.
So I don't know. Let me close some of these.
But
I should close them when I'm done.
Do you see the space right now with Farouk, who is currently interviewing Trump right now?
Oh, I was going to say that's right. The Trump, that started like 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, it's still going on, I believe.
Okay, so waxing means going towards full, and waning is going towards new. So if the blue is the waxing, so going towards the full moon seems to be a top. But how? Okay, so that means it's. So when does that kick in though? The moment it goes past being a new moon? I don't know. I don't know freaking astrology, bro.
That would be a funny episode.
Right? I don't know astrology. So yeah, hopefully it's recorded. I have to listen to that.
Yeah, man.
I forgot. I should have brought it up. It was supposed to start at 8 p.m. Eastern. It probably didn't start on time, but
yeah, I don't know if it's still going on right now, but it has been going on for quite some time, which is just like kind of big because he's big in the crypto, man. I wonder if that's the kind of conversation. Yeah, Farouk is. Yeah.
Bitcoin
He's a founder of. I should know.
It's still live with 32,000 people. Live from Mar-a-Lago with Donald Trump. I see Trump's picture on the thing. I don't know if he's still in there or not.
Co-founder
I don't see Trump as a speaker
of MyRaid Markets, Rug Radio, and Decrypt Media. Host of FOMO Hour. 404,000 followers.
Yeah, I think Trump probably already left, and this is the after effect.
Mm-hmm.
It's still continuing.
He apparently was there.
Huh?
Like he apparently was there to interview him in person.
Probably. I mean, but I thought the actual Trump one was from Trump's account because Trump is the one that put it out from his. Let's see here.
No.
Oh, yeah, it's still going on. So join me live. But I don't know if Trump's got to be in there.
He was. I don't know if he is now.
Well, I mean, it says listen live right here.
Yeah, he's not in there.
Let's see.
He's not on stage.
It's ending right now. Yeah, I don't see Trump in there.
But yeah, man.
Yeah. Get off of there.
So interviews tomorrow. So I'm gonna be hanging out with Cash. I'm gonna be hanging out with Galactic Cats, and see if we can't make some content there.
Hell yeah!
See what they're talking about. Get some alpha out of them. You know me. I always like to get that
more
alpha.
content. That's what we need.
That's what we need. Yeah, I'm frozen too. It's okay.
But you're not frozen on my end.
But you know what? I have had a blast trading Bob up and down. So much fun, to be honest. Yeah. And I've seen the Bob account in so many spaces here lately. It's actually been crazy. So many cross-chain spaces. I have not seen too much of that in the Cardano ecosystem, to be honest. And that's been kind of exciting.
Right.
It sucks though. You go into cross-chain spaces and then you like start talking to them. Everybody's cool, and then you mention Cardano, and they're like, "Boo!" It's like, what?
Bunch of haters.
Yeah. Why would you boo? Why would you boo technology? It's awesome. It's cool. See, and then so what else we got going on? Our mint is currently open. Token Empire has been awesome. We're gonna have the trading bot soon integrated, and so that's exciting. Beyond that, like, I'm excited for people to start using it, to be honest.
Yeah. Man, I got to figure out something about this camera. I can't deal with this.
Well,
This is crazy.
Like I said, we should cut it a little bit short, and then tomorrow we'll be right back at it.
All right.
And then on Wednesday, I'm not actually sure what I'm going to be doing. Well, I think that I'll make it in time, right? But I'll be flying to Colombia.
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 All right. Well, everybody, thank you for showing up tonight. Remember, same time tomorrow, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. PST. Do us a favor, like, subscribe, share it with a friend, tag some DGens, repost, Jpg Empire.shop for all the official merch. Check out tokenempire.xyz down in the subscription. Check out the minting link also down in the subscription. And until tomorrow, I guess.
Yep. The moon phases are confusing.
Yeah.
For sure. It doesn't make any sense. Some people love it, though. Either way, we love you guys. We appreciate you all for joining us. And yeah, without further ado, good night.